Welcome to our first course. This is an introduction to HTML, and I want to start this course by asking ourselves a very basic question. A question like, what is HTML? If we do not understand this, it may be difficult for us to continue in the future with a course. So you need to understand exactly what is HTML, because this is as well the basis of any website that you see or any web application that you find out there. So HTML is short for Hypertext Markup Language. So when this word language is sitting here, I hope that you can tell that this definitely is going to be a language. A language like we have English, we have French, we have German, and such. So this one also is a language, but it's a markup language. So what is a markup language? We are going to find some of these things in the next slides. So hypertext is any text that can be displayed on a computer screen, and it contains links to other documents or pages. So what are we saying here? If you have any text on your computer, any text that you have ever found on your computer, and on your computer screen, and that text is linked to other documents, then that is a hypertext. Let me show you an example using my blog. So here I have my blog. This is my blog. What is happening here is that this is markup, and when I click on this, it's going to take me to the document or the page that contains this information. So that is an example of markup. So when we have this thing sitting here, a sample like this, which is text and is linked to another document on the web, on the page, or on the web, this is what we refer to as markup. And therefore, that is what we refer to as hypertext. So what is markup language? Now markup language, let's get this off our screen. Markup language on the other hand is a language that is used to provide a structure to the text that is on the document. So let me get our website back. When we have this website here, you see the way these things are organized here. These are organized using markup language. If we did not have a markup language, this page would not have been organized like this. So basically, HTML is responsible for giving information that is supposed to be displayed on a page, and then markup language is what is used to give structure to the content that is held on the document. Let me show you by using more examples. Maybe you have worked on a Word document. Let me get this again off our screen. Maybe you have worked on a Word document, a document like this one. This is a Word document, although I have written it on a Google Docs document. Maybe you have worked on a document like this. You have given this title some color. You have given some text maybe bold so they can stand out, and then you have grouped them into paragraphs. And then you have things like these that are links to other pages, so you can click and it goes to maybe my blog here, and this thing continues. When you are doing this, you are organizing this structure, this document. You are giving a structure. So this document had this content, which was looking like, I want to drag another document here. This document was looking like this when you had not organized it. Then when you organized it, so this is the hypertext that we have before we give it a markup language. So when this document was looking like this, you saw probably it was not looking great, and therefore you organize this content into markup. So that is what we have here. For our browser, this would be markup, but on our document, this you did this using formatting that is given by the document here. So this is exactly what a markup language does. It gives structure to our document. So let's look at an example that I have here also. Look at this website. This is the website, a simple website that we are going to be building at the end of this course. you have a name here, you have all these things, they are bold, some of them. Then we can see something like a paragraph, we have lists, you have a link. So when I click on this thing, it will take us to my blog. So this one is linked to my blog. We have images, we have audio.
Hello, this is an HTML course.
And that one is working. Then we have videos like this, you can play.
Hello,
there you go. We have forms, we have lists, and many more other things. We are going to see how we are going to do all this. Now, this thing has two things in it. It has hypertext, and it is formatted using a markup language. That is why it looks like this. Later in the second course, we are going to see how to connect CSS so that our page looks as great as we saw on the Code with Karani blog. So if we did not have markup on this page, the page that you'd have ended up with is a page that looks like this. This page has exactly the same content as we have here up to this part. This is my blog up to this part. So this part, this content is the same content that we have here. The difference between the two pages is that this one is formatted using a markup language, this one is not formatted using a markup language. So this one is hypertext but does not have a markup. Alright. Now on any web page that you find out there, if you right click on it and then you click on view page source, you're going to see how the page was structured. You see all these tags we have here, HTML, we have head, and fortunately they are normally HTML has human readable syntax. So you can see head, you can see body, and you can see many others here. So this is what we call a markup language. I'm going to be taking you into the depths of this inside of this course.